420 Rajo Productions Cemetery Stories. Episode 1. I was working at this one place. It shall remain nameless. And they needed to hire somebody. And I knew a guy. Now, this guy was someone very famous, their nephew. Somehow, I guess, in the mix of it, I don't know. He drove a BMW. Smelled expensive. Looked expensive. Very handsome. Black man. Now, this black man, I thought was awesome. I thought he was hilarious. I enjoyed him. I thought he was cool. I thought he was sharp. I thought he was on the ball. And he got me. He used to come up behind me, and in the morning, you know, I'd be at my desk, and he'd come up behind me, and he'd like do a shimmy from the bottom, sniffing me. and I'd tell him, go read your Bible, Brandon, go read your Bible. I really enjoyed him. Really enjoyed him. And he had so many different women. I mean, they were all trying to get him. I'd come in there, and he'd have this, you know, all this Chinese food, and he'd say, hi, you know, come have lunch with me. I got plenty. And I was like, wow. I said, you got to go on. I said, you got a whole buffet. I said, where'd you get this? You didn't leave. And, you know, we didn't have delivery back then. And he said, my ex-wife. I said, your ex-wife? I said, she brought you all this? He says, oh yeah. She'd do anything for me. And anyway, he had a daughter, beautiful daughter. He put her through college. He was just a great, I mean, he really had it going on. He had all kinds of women chasing him. So anyway, Brandon chased me, but I liked him, you know, but he knew, you know, that wasn't going to happen, Brandon. That wasn't going to happen. And I had a dream about him that he tried to steal a kiss from me down in the crypts, because this place we worked, it was just amazing. And they had all kinds of expensive different ways that you could cremate a person. They had like the telephone room, and it was just crazy the way rich people will pay to stay. I just made that up. But so, well, you know, our job was to sell, right? So what we did was we walked around and had fun. Talked, laughed, joked, and if we ran into people, we would show them around, be helpful, you know, help them in any way, shape, or form, because this place was like a museum of sorts. And so anyway, in one of the rooms, sure enough, he tried to steal a kiss. And I backed away, and I was like, hey, no. You know, no, don't do that. Don't ruin things, Brandon. Don't do it. And so, you know, things were Julio, you know, no problem. You know, we didn't skip a beat, you know, we were just right back at it, friends, buddies. And I was headhunted, if you know, you know, and taken someplace else. And at this new place, they needed help. And so, and this is like, actually, they needed help. I think I even left this new place and came back to this new place. And I don't know, cemetery ping pong, baby. But anyway, I told them about my friend, and I said, yeah, it would be extraordinary for, this position. And he interviewed and they hired him. I mean, he had the job just on what I told them about him, and everything I said was spot on. I mean, I won't say who came back to me and said, I love this guy. And I was like, I know, right? I said, you're going to love him even more the more you get to know him. I said, and people love him too. And he couldn't get over who he was related to. And he just kept thanking me for bringing him on board. And and he did great in his position and blah 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 blah, blah. And he'd come see me, and we'd talk and we'd laugh, and he'd come to my office, and after hours, talk, laugh, never disrespectful, never nothing. One day I get a what kind of pick. I called him immediately and I said, do you know what you sent me? Because I'm his friend first, right? And he said, yeah, I know what I sent you. And I said, why would you do that? He was also an apostle. He preached. He preached. And I'll tell you, if he would have played his cards right and if he would have been a man of God and stand up, I would have married him. Because he asked me all the time, just jokingly, but not jokingly, but respectfully, telling me how he could make my life just easy, poof, just like that. Just like that. And I knew he wasn't kidding, but I don't do that. Do you know how many times he asked me out to dinner? Did I go once? No, I did not. No, I did not. And I said, but you're an apostle. And he said, well, you smoke pot. And I said, but what does that have to do with, sexual, impurity? And I was so stunned that an apostle who preached and laid hands on people would send me an erect. If I wouldn't kiss you, what made you think you could do this? And so I told my friend, and she right away asked if she could see it, and I sent it to her. But she said she wanted it for, documentation. And so I did. I sent it to her. And because I erased it, I got rid of it. And anyway, a million years later on Facebook, and things happened, but no problem between he and I, after that. But things happened, and I never told the company. I never said nothing. But between he and I, there was no more visit. There was no more chatty chat. I mean, if I ran into him, I was nice, whatever. And but anyway, later on, he messed up with me. It was on Facebook, and he thought he could be bold with me because I guess Black Lives Mattered, and I guess he forgot who I fucking was, and so I immediately put my foot on that bitch's throat, and I told him, I said, do we need to talk about who you are, you motherfucker, you? So you know what, people, don't be hard on me when I call a spade a fucking spade, because I've been there, fuckers, I've been there, and it's the end of the fucking world, motherfuckers, and I'm gonna go read my Bible because I fucking need to. Who's next, motherfucker? Who's next?